Hey, I'm Vanessa, the girl on a bike, and if you are here for my normal motorbike content, then I'm afraid this video might not be for you, so probably see you later. But if you are looking for how I cover up my vitiligo on my face, so these white skin patches are all over my face, or the makeup that I use that doesn't move when you get hot and sweaty. If that's what you're here for, you're in the right place. Keep listening. I'm going to show you exactly what I use. Now, the first thing I probably should mention when it comes to my solution for vitiligo is that this is what works for me. I'm not going to guarantee that it can work for you. It's also really only going to work for anybody who has white skin like I do. I'm quite lucky in that I'm a relatively pale natural complexion, and it might not work for everyone. It is also not something that's going to work from tomorrow. It's going to be something that you will have to start tomorrow, and over time and eventually you'll get to the position, hopefully, where you can completely camouflage the vitiligo on your face. The first step is understanding vitiligo. Now, vitiligo is a skin disorder where your skin loses the pigmentation and thus turns white. It hasn't got the ability to tan, which basically means if the rest of your skin can tan and go darker, but the vitiligo can't and will always stay white, if you get a tan, the contrast between your patches is going to be more obvious. So step one for camouflaging your face is always wearing factor 50 sunscreen. I put this on every single day. Whether I'm going outside or not, I will wear factor 50 to make sure that I never, ever, ever get any tan on my face. Without a tan on my face, I don't have the contrast, which is a massive first step in making sure that I can camouflage my face. So get yourself some good factor 50. A tip with factor 50 is always look for the UVA stars. A lot of the big known companies only have the minimum 3 stars. I always go for 5 stars because the vitiligo is very vulnerable to the sun. I'll always put this on my other patches as well, but we're obviously focusing on my face. Step 2 is then understanding that if I've always got factor 50 on my face is going to be quite pale compared to my body. And I don't really want a white face, which means introducing the fake tan. I put fake tan on my face every single night before I go to bed. Through the winter, when my body isn't tanned, I will use a Dove Body Glow, which is quite a very gradual and light tanning. And I'll put that on my face every single night before bed, and it just gives me a little bit of colour to match my body. Now, in the summer months, when I'm obviously getting a little bit more of a sun kiss on the rest of my body, I will adapt my fake tan to match. So I don't have a necessary favourite. I actually tend to just go for whatever's on sale. So this is one of my current ones. It's a little bit of a stronger fake tan. I've also got a Saint-Tropez one, which is quite nice. And that enables me to get my face matching my body when I get a little bit of sun. If I'm on a summer holiday where I am really getting quite tanned, I will then go one step further and get a really dark fake tan. This is a sort you have to use a mitt to put on. You've got to make sure it goes on evenly, and don't panic if it goes wrong, because it's a learning curve figuring out which is the best fake tan for you, because some fake tans won't match your skin tone. So have a play around with fake tans and find one that you like, one that you trust, that you can put on at night and know that you'll wake up in the morning with a little bit of a glow on your face, so you're not going to just be white. The vitiligo on my face is quite extensive. I have it all around my eyes. I've actually got white hairs in my eyebrows and a couple of white eyelashes now. It's then all around the edge of my hairline, and then round on my chin, up under my lips. Now, step 3 is your makeup. Start with a primer, and I've found that this new baby skin is really good. It kind of fills in your pores and gives you a smoother complexion. And then foundation. I do spend a little bit more on foundation, but it's taken me a long time to find a foundation that will stay on. Estee Lauder Double Wear. You'll notice I've got two, a darker one and a lighter one. That is because I am matching my face to my body, and as the year changes and even the week changes, my body isn't always the same colour. So by having a darker and a lighter foundation, I am able to, you know, mix it up a little bit, maybe have a little bit of a lighter day. When I get a tan, I can go, sometimes I'm only using the dark one when I've got much more of a tan, but it enables you to shift the shading of your face to match, because the worst thing that you want is a face that doesn't match your body, or like that horrible line around your chin. That's awful. Always make sure you smooth it down your neck as well. So this is Estee Lauder Double Wear. I find that this will last all day. The key to making it last all day is using a fixing powder. This is nothing fancy. This was probably about £5, and it just brushes on and fixes the foundation to your skin. And the combination of those means that my foundation really will last all day. Even when I'm getting hot and sweaty on the bike, it doesn't move considerably. Yes, I'll lose some of my foundation, rubbing my face with mud on it, etc. But generally, I'm pleased with my makeup by, at the end of the day, riding. I also use a little bit of a bronze and a little bit of blusher going onto my cheekbones to make sure I've got a little bit of colour and definition. Nothing fancy. I'm not massively into my makeup. This is just what I've learned to cover up my skin. I will use a selection of brushes to apply my makeup for the foundation, for the powder, and for the bronze and the blusher. Now, when it comes to the eyelashes, I have a waterproof, glittery, I love this, eyeshadow, and this will last through whatever sports I do. You can even go swimming and this will stay on, it's incredible. And then again, Estee Lauder, but it is their Strumptuous Extreme Waterproof. This stuff does not budge. It is amazing. You put it on in the morning, it's not gone by the evening. It doesn't just disappear. Where does the mascara disappear to? It will be on for the day. Doesn't smudge, doesn't move, doesn't budge an inch. That is how I cover up my vitiligo on my face. If anyone's wondering why do I cover up the vitiligo on my face, why don't I just go natural? I could. But I quite like having a slightly more normal looking face. I have no qualms with it all over my body and it being visible. But on my face, I just like that one to look a little bit smoother. Maybe one day I'll get the confidence to let it all show. But for now, I'm going to keep going. I hope that's really helpful. If you have vitiligo or know anyone with vitiligo, please embrace it. Love the skin you're in. It's beautiful, it's unique, and it makes us all special in our own little way. I'm Vanessa, the girl on a bike. I really thank you for watching and supporting. Please hit subscribe and check out my social channels. And thanks for your time.